Hello, this is Chris. I'm the real estate guy. We're going to go over what we real estate professionals refer to as a Cromford Report. This is a very detailed explanation of our market, its values, where it's going, where it's been. It compares our activity last year at this time to today's market activity. So it gives us really good insight if it's a buyer's market or a seller's market, what the inventory is doing, what the values are doing in comparison with the year before. Okay. So active listings right now, not counting the ones that are under contract accepting backups, these are just purely active listings, means there's no activity on them at this time, that buyers can go out and freely take a look at these homes. This year we have 26,589 active listings, which is up from last year at this time, in which we had 17,090 listings. So it's a 55% increase in inventory this year compared to last year at this time, which is great because it gives home buyers the opportunity to look at many different options when they're looking for a home. Now, the active listings, including those that are under contract accepting backups, those are typically short sales waiting for the bank to give final approval. The bank-owned REOs waiting for the bank addendums to come back from the listing side to the buyer side. So they're technically sold, but they keep that under contract accepting backup status just until they get all the final pieces of the puzzle put together. Last year at this time we saw 21,460 active homes that are under contract accepting backups versus this year 29,613. Again, that's up 38% from last year. Okay, our pending contracts, which basically means the house is under contract, everything's moving forward, green light if you will. There was 10,300 last year. This year at this time we're only seeing 6,462. So that's down 37.3%. What does that tell you? It just tells you that there's a lot of houses out there, but people are taking their time going and looking at them and things like that. Now we're going to shift, we're going to change, our market's going to evolve here pretty quickly because we're hitting that time of year where folks start moving in and out of the different communities they live in, specifically for high school. They want to move into a different high school district or junior high school district. We see a lot of folks coming in from out of state because their kids are hitting the high school level, and we have a lot of really strong high school programs here, especially with athletics, that people like to get into that boundary, if you will, and get their kids enrolled in those schools. So our monthly sales, we had 5,462 as an average this year versus last year in which we had 6,578. So that's down 18.7%, but up 14.7% for last month, in which we had a little over 4,770 properties that sold. Our monthly average sales price, again, for this year, price per square foot, is $127.54. Last year we were just a tad bit under $112. So that's definitely up 14.3%. So that's good news for the homeowners out there. That means your value has risen over this last year. Even though inventory is climbing, your value has still increased over this last 12 months. The monthly median sales price, and this covers every community in Maricopa and Pinell County. It's, whether it's the high-end communities or low-end communities, it doesn't matter. The average median sales price we're seeing is $180,000, which is up 12.5% from last year. Okay, but it's down a little bit from last month. Last month we saw $182,700 in comparison with the $180,000 now. So what does this tell you? Well, things have slowed down a bit, but supply is increasing, but less quickly to get under contract. That activity is picking up, though, as it's usual for this time of year. Okay, we've seen a total number of sales, increase in the last 3 or 4 years based on all our market activity. Obviously, our market took a dive a few years back, and we've completely rebounded from that, in my opinion. Home sales are strong. This is my 16th year doing it, and I've consistently gone over 50 transactions per year for the last 5-6 years. So to me, it's a strong market. It's definitely leaning more towards a buyer's market, but again, anything under that $200,000 price range is still super competitive because there's just not that much of it. Even though our median sales price was that $180,000 range, those houses are still going rather quickly, especially if they're move-in ready and there's nothing really wrong with them per se as far as making repairs, things like that. You're always going to have cosmetic issues, paint, flooring, things like that you may not like how the house is painted color-wise or the type of flooring. It's a cosmetic thing, so it's not really going to affect the sellability of the home as long as the home is priced right. If you want some more detailed information on this, I can gladly email you the statistic report. We call it the Cromford Report. Email address is on the bottom of this video. Any questions, as always, give me a call. Remember, when you're ready to sell or buy, call a real estate guy, 602-321-6188.